So this is our morning hip flow. Give us 8 minutes and we'll get your hips ready to go for the day. What we're gonna do is get one foot in front of the other, both feet flat. You can call this a spider lunge, whatever you wanna call it. Front leg looks kind of like the bottom of the squat, back leg is an extension, and we're just gonna put our hands on our shoelace here, use our elbow to push our knee out, stay moving side to side. Make sure that we can breathe. Basically what we're gonna do is cycle between different positions, different iterations of positions for about 30 seconds, kind of per section. So what we'll do now is walk the hands away from this leg, push the knee away as you twist your chest away. Open up the hips as much as you can. Make sure we can take big breaths. Can keep moving the hips in circles. Find whichever sort of corner you feel tightest in. Again, make sure you can breathe. Then we'll walk the hands back to the middle, twist toward this front leg. So I'm twisting my belly button towards this front leg, squeezing my butt on my left side. I'm trying to push this hip down towards the ground, feeling a big stretch in the front of the hip. You can kind of side bend through the spine. Inflate the trunk, see if you can get a little extra kind of stretch through the side of the abs there, the hip flexors. And then lastly on this side, we're gonna come back to the middle. And if this feels good up here, stay up here. If you feel comfortable kind of bringing it down to the ground, both elbows, one elbow, whatever you got. We're gonna do about 15 more seconds here, and we'll be switching right to the other side. And again, morning hip flow. The idea here, you take 8 minutes. We're switching to the other side. For me, that's right leg back, left leg forward. Same deal, we're right down the middle, pushing the elbow into the leg, so we're going out to the side. Again, hip flow, right? So 8 minutes in the morning, and it might not be groundbreaking right away, but it'll at least get your hips ready for the day. So you go to warm up at the gym later, you get ready for a run, whatever you're gonna be doing, and it'll be a lot easier to get ready to move just from having touched on these different shapes, different ranges of motion now in the morning. So we're twisting away, push that knee away, push your chest away, create as much space as possible. It's like you're disgusted with your leg. You push it away, you try and twist your head away. I don't even want to look at it. Again, we can keep moving the hips, move them in circles, make sure we can breathe. Feel how that winds up the hip a little bit differently than where we're going right now, where we come in a little bit closer, pull that knee in, twist. And we're trying to get this belly button, our belly button to this knee, and we're squeezing our butt on the back side, right, to try and push that hip down to the ground. Again, get a little side bend going on. Big inhale, inflate the trunk. Feel a stretch that way. And then we're coming back to the middle. Again, we can stay high where we're at now. We can bring the elbows down to the ground. For me, that's a little harder on this side. I feel that in this hip capsule a lot more than I do on the other side. That's okay. Asymmetry is okay. Welcome to being a human. We want to work on it, but we're not going to sweat it too much. Got 5 more seconds here. And then we'll come back tall, switch to the other side, but now we're going to let that side of the foot hit the floor, knee comes across, some good old-fashioned pigeon pose. Stay up tall where I'm at here. Try not to round over, which can be nice and relaxing, but just not what we're going for right now. I'm not looking for back bending necessarily right this second. We're just looking to move on the hips. And then same kind of rotation. I'm gonna twist, my right leg is forward, I'm twisting to the right. That's belly button towards my lead knee. I'm pressing into the ground on this hand, into my foot on this hand. I'm not looking to crank on the back. I'm just adding some rotation, right? Just bringing our knee kind of across our body while we're in this pigeon pose. Obviously, again, big breath. Let your body know this is okay. We're chilling here, we're relaxing, getting our hips ready to go. And then we're gonna go across. Belly button towards your foot, away from that knee. This one probably feels a little weird. For me, this hand on the knee so I can kind of push away a little bit. That helps me feel like I can create more space between kind of my leg and my hip and be able to sink in there a little bit more. Big breaths to inflate that trunk. And then last but not least, kind of what everybody wants to do when we get to pigeon pose is just kind of fold over and around. What I would challenge you to do is only go as far as you can while again, making sure that we can take a big quality breath. Inflate the belly, inflate that low back, can help that kind of this somewhat insane position of the hip feel a lot less threatening if we can make that big breath. We're gonna walk on out of that. We're switching to the other side. Last 2 minutes. In 2 more minutes, your hips will officially be ramped up. Same deal as before. Throw in some rotation, just a little wiggle back and forth. We're staying tall for now. Note any differences you feel side to side. Again, they're not the end of the world, but it's worth taking note of. We're gonna twist, for me, to the left, because my left leg is forward, so my belly button going towards my lead knee. That winds up the side of that hip a little bit more, makes that pigeon feel a little extra pigeony. You know what I'm talking about. Big breaths, easy movement. I like to just kind of wiggle a little bit. Again, slow breaths, easy movement, just lets the body know nothing scary here. We're twisting away, belly button towards the lead foot. Again, I like to push away on that knee. Ten more seconds here, then we'll take it back to the middle, take it low, and again, hopefully, get done with this. Hips will be feeling pretty good. We're taking it low for the last 30 seconds. As low as you can. If that feels scary, feel free to be on bent arms or just stay tall. Either way, whatever works for you, and that'll change day to day as well. That'll be a little bit of a diagnostic, especially if you do this somewhat continuously. Never a bad idea, taking a little bit of time, 8 minutes early in the day, to just get your hips ready and primed for what the day has in store for you. We're getting tall. We're coming back to a regular stance, and we are done. Should be good to go. Do this somewhat regularly. Knees will feel a lot better. Low back will feel a lot better. Hips will be ready to go for whatever the day has in store for you.